Hello guys, so in today's video we're gonna dive into our lecture 2 on how to graph functions, composite functions, and many more. So let's just dive right in. So first of all, let's start with trigonometric functions. So y equals sine x. I assume you pretty much know what are actually functions, so I'm directly diving into how to graph them. Now let's just draw a graph. Okay, now first of all, many people memorize how to draw these graphs, but you don't have to. Using the if you know the values, you can directly graph it. So let's say 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Okay? So, and same in the negative side. So first of all, what is sine 0? First let's plus 1 and minus 1. So the value of sine 0 is 0. So when we start at 0, the graph is going to be 0. When you look at sine pi by 2, it becomes 1. So from 0 to 1, right? So after that, at sine pi, it again becomes 0, right? After that, it goes to minus 1, and then back to 2 pi. Well, it's not drawn up to scale, but I guess you can understand what I did. So when pi by 2 it's 1, when 0 it's 0, and in pi it's 0, and once again in 2 pi it's 0. And when 3 pi by 2 it's like minus 1, and pi by 2 is 1. So you can just mirror the same thing like this, okay? So it doesn't matter. So when they give y equals sine x, you're able to graph it. But what if they give y equals, let's say, something else like 2 sine 4x? So let's see. Sine 4x, right? 2 sine 4x. So for these type of questions, you first find the period, okay? Period is equal to 2 pi by t, right? Period is equal to 2 pi by t, which is 2 pi by, just a minute. Sorry, 2 pi by 4, because it's 4, right? So you look at this, 2 pi by 4, which is pi by 2. Okay? Now we're going to find the amplitude. Amplitude equals modulus of A, which is this one. Modulus of 2 equals 2. So let's start drawing our graph. Is it visible first of all? Let's see. Yes. So now we know our amplitude and our period. Let's just write it here. Oops. Period equals pi by 2. Amplitude equals 2, right? So let's draw a graph. So when we had 2 pi as our period, when y equals sine x, the period is 2 pi, right? So we did 2 pi by 4, which is we increased it by each step by pi by 2. Now pi by 2 by, that is pi by 2 into 1 by 4, equals pi by 8. So here what we do is, we start with pi by 8, and then pi by 4, because 2 pi by 8 is pi by 4, and then 3 pi by 8, and 4 pi by 8 is pi by 2. And we know our amplitude is 2, right? Not 1 this time. Minus 2, and same mirror, something blah blah, okay? Doesn't matter. So here it becomes 0 first of all, right? So as usual, we graph our function, but in a different way this time. So we have marked our pi by 4, pi by 8, those stuff, okay? So now according to this, we're copying the same structure of y equals sine x. Just like this. Only the markings of these are different. Except this, everything is literally the same. So that's it. You can just mirror it up. That's not a problem. Right? Okay. Now let's do anything. Y equals a sine bx minus c, let's see, okay? Now this is equal to a sine be common, x minus c by b. Make sense? So this is what you get. If this is minus, the whole graph shifts to the right side. The graph shifts to the right side by c by b units. So by c by b units, the whole graph shifts to the right side. So I'm not going to illustrate this because this is kind of simple, just shifting the graph to the right side is not a big task. Now, similarly, if this is plus, it shifts to the now it shifts to the left side. Note it down. I suggest you maintaining a note for these stuff because not to be orthodox, but you just have to not forget these things. You can see the whole play this again and again. One time is enough if you take notes. Make sure you understand everything. That's it. AP. Okay, I don't think it's that much stuff. It's just kind of overrated. So we have some properties of these functions. So the first one is f plus d of x equals f of x plus d of x. You don't have to ask why this or what is this thing. They'll explicitly give you f plus d of x equals something and you equate the thing and right. So the second one you just have to memorize these formulas. F minus d to x equals f of x minus d of x. Now let's say f of x, f into g of x equals f of x into g of x. And the fourth one is f by g of x equals f of x divided by g of x. So these are the four main properties of these functions. There are many more, but not that not that important. I assume you're taking your notes, so I'm just going on forward. Okay. Now let's dive into composite functions. Fog of x, okay, equals f of d of x, and obviously using the same method, gov of x equals d of f of x. So this is just the same, like a very useful property, but not so tough. So just take the notes. Feel free to pause the video, and I'll move on. Okay, so now let's solve a question. Let me see the question. F of x equals x squared plus x. G of x equals 2x plus 1. H of x equals 2x plus 8. What is hog of x? Hog of x equals what? So, answer. Okay. So first of all, hog of x equals hog of x equals h of gov of x. Okay. So this is equal to h of g of f of x. So so many brackets, not that much hard. Okay, fine. So now this is equal to h of g of, what is f of x? You just substitute it in here. X squared plus x equals, here this is 2x plus 1, right? Instead of x plus 1, you're gonna substitute x squared plus x. That, like, instead of x. Now the new x is equal to x squared plus x. So equals h of 2 into x squared plus x plus 1, because it's 2x plus 1, right? So it's 2 into x squared plus x plus 1. So that's equal to, oh, not here. Right. Equals h of 2x squared plus 2x plus 1. So now, okay, will it be visible if I go down? Okay, it must be. So I'll just name that. So this one we got, right? So substitute this as the x value in the h of x function. So this is equal to 2 into this, instead of x we substitute 2x squared plus 2x plus 1. So 2x squared plus 2x plus 1 plus 8. So now this is equal to 4x squared plus 4x plus 2 plus 8. So this is equal to 4x squared plus 4x plus 10. And we got the answer, that's it. They might ask you the root of log of x. If it has real roots, you must be able to find it. And this is just a general formula for quadratic equation on how to find the roots. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. X equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared b squared minus 4ac by 2a. Just check it out. This is a real, if this has real roots, if this b squared minus 4ac, like b squared minus 4ac, this is called the discriminant. Okay, this is lesser than 0, then you won't have real roots. Everything will be complex roots. Okay, so if you have real roots, this will be either greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to means you will have this. If it's equal to 0, you'll have only one root. That is, both the roots are equal. So I hope everything is visible. Oh yes, thank God. So yes, I'll just illustrate how to find the roots of a quadratic equation first of all. Just to be sure, I hope you wrote this question down. You don't have to write it actually. You can even type in laptop. I used it in previous video now, like notes in laptop. That's enough. So first of all, let's say we have an equation x squared plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now we know that a squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is the general form, right? So now a equals 1, b equals 1, c equals minus 1. Okay. So x equals minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac by 2a is equal to minus 1 plus minus the square root of 1 plus 4, because 4ac, so minus to minus is plus, right? So by 2a equals minus 1 plus minus root 5 by 2a equals minus 1 minus root 5 by 2a, comma, minus 1 plus root 5 by 2a. So this is equal to minus 1 into root 5 plus 1 by 2a, comma, root 5 minus 1 by 2. I mean, why am I substituting a? A is 1, we already know a is 1, right? So these are the roots of the equation. They might not actually give the direct equation in most of the times. So that's why I'm giving, let's say this is x1, okay? And this is x2. x1 plus x2, that is the two roots, the sum of the roots of the equation is minus b by a. And the product of the roots, x1, x2, equals c by a, okay? C by a and minus b by a. You can just test it out using these roots. These are just the formulas. So that's it for today, guys. See you tomorrow in the next video. So like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to get into the top universities in US, we're starting a club, and also for building AI, we're starting a club. You don't have to be an adult. Even as a kid, you can build AIs. So for that too, I'm for forming a club. So stay tuned for the link. Like and subscribe to my channel. Bye. See you tomorrow.